Abusia Yamama Kwabashonko so about POG Media so. Meso safe no obaso a obe like na subscribe na afin so etima share Ď0n't no ama foforo so nsan atumi aka ensem ekoso my Ghana mu ayen so ya Japan say brane brano no yebema yabedwafo ahunu de eko ene de eba na de ensem ene ekoso political highway ni so Chief Justice Madam J0n't Torkono na chese ehu abona ne ho po checheche ni nyina ye NDCU to rise against Supreme Court titiri judges a omote da ensema eko so Parliament House omote so na so omotena sidi da asem no ana chese youth na rise against omo a chese maame Torkono enhu ba bia ode ne tikura ekwakorura na youth ichuma de esi emre bi atwama ye kan judges egu abonten etwa agya to omo mu hye omo kwabena Japan na oye judge ono so saa ye kun no ye boni trimtio ekun no Neoma say ya na no omoda na di oman mu a ama yitime hye omo na ase kunkum omo na the same kwan na nso na maame J0n't Torkono onam so no na da kwan na onam so no emmoa no esan say da kwan no ebetima agege no ede na ko owuom da kwan no ebetima agege judges na omotena asem no so no say speaker on twen so ewo the ruling no omo betimi ato na nanom ewo nsiedo achese ehu a anasa tension a da Ǎňǧry Youths W de ato Supreme Court judges ni so no enye tension ketwa omo account to the extent say etrete say ade a omo betwaja ato Supreme Court ni ma chese ensem a akoso highway ni so no ensem no emu edu enti Kevin akwabedu tailor de ensem no mu nchuma bia ya mepesa bedafo ebeme yakone yakwakuti de course ni binansa na ebekono meso so wonsem kai bia de be share comment section wo obe like na subscribe na afin so etima share Ď0n't no ama foforo so nsa atumi aka medamasi.
And I don't want to remind any judge of the past, but the things that happened to Kobre Japan, any judges they come with it no, it is not as worse as what we are seeing today. The Amaya Meda judges in 1982 or so, it is not as crazy as this. This is broad day slaughtering of the democracy of this nation, and this is dangerous. If it is not a military man, if it is not an innocent policeman, it will be the civilians who rise up to attack the Supreme Court, and this is dangerous. That is why Hannah Tete was busy or asking the Chief Justice, do you think about the people, how they feel now, where we are now? Ni any case, any judge law ni ekosiana wen. Say Ghana ni na o ye Ghana ni na ko tena brochire. Akọje nkrata e ma wada adwene wen wusem mpabiem. Say o de ko enro, so o de ko endo, ende ye ti ha ye kase gyache question onye Canadian or ye Ghana ni. Eno so e kire ho ntoma afra ho duku, e hye ho che. E hye ho red betena kondom hinham. E be read eno so eno de no. What do we get from this? Why do you people drag this nation back with just this mentality? A cake, it is old. People who came to teach us this kind of law and this kind of dressing and this kind of thinking, they have moved on. The British, they don't do the things we are doing again. We live in Ghana, we are talking about Ghana's elections, then some you go and bring some black book. Bro ni kwasi ampeni jantre ni bia na BBC so chocho no eno ni Akuffo de be chichire Ghana eno ni de be decide who becomes president, and we sit here and a whole Chief Justice stops everything. Even the day you called this issue, court normally on Fridays you don't even sit, but you broke the law. Why? Who is Afenyo marking? Awune ni kwasi won awune ni friend marking da. When we are munenia, your friend marking. Mumusa Afenyo marking is any papa din the same. Akwawe has no identity. Kwasia we any identity. Arrogance because of your fraud boy's lawyer. Kwasia we talks nya no sense. Now, or the Supreme Court the mabe form identity. Chief Justice is supposed to lick Afenyo marking's dirty balls because Afenyo marking the Chief Justice papa ye man. Until today, our Chief Justice is a slave to a fool who does not even know his father's surname. Afenyo marking, which said papa, a friend marking. So today we have everything has come to a halt. Adentra, kwasia be the case about court. Parliament can solve its own issues. The Speaker of Parliament is one of the most experienced politicians and parliamentarians Ghana has ever had. Experience as the Chief Justice when it comes to parliamentary and government issues. If you are telling us that Parliament make laws, you want to tell me the people who make the laws, they don't know how to solve the law when there's a problem? Why should Parliament make the laws for Supreme Court to interpret? What are you doing? Then it means the law they are making, they don't understand the law. Because if you make a law and you cannot interpret the same law, then you don't have to make that law. So for anybody to tell me, say, Parliament makes laws, but the Supreme Court has to interpret, so that person is sick. If Parliament makes its own laws, Parliament should be able to, at the end of the day, interpret the law. Because without the knowledge and basic understanding of the law you are making, you cannot interpret the law. So if you have been able to implement a law or make a law, then it means you have understanding of interpreting it. You need to die before you become a ghost. So how can you tell me Parliament should, at the end of the day, make laws for Supreme Court to interpret? This is governance. We have lost it. We are stupid. We are just foolish people. We make governance so complicated and complex. This is simple. The Chief Justice was supposed to send Afenyomakin back. Says there are more important things than this. This is supposed to be solved by you people. Show respect to Parliament a little bit, Chief Justice, because Parliament at the end of the day vetted and granted you that green light to come and sit there. So you need to show them respect. These are the people who made you as Chief Justice. You are not powerful than them. And I respect your office, I respect where you are, but always show respect to other officers. Because today, when somebody brings your matter to Parliament, they will say, go back to the Chief Justice, she will solve it. Why do you always were in a haste to? What is your problem? Nyankopon trumu na ebie no LGBTQ eda ona so ye Kristoni. Mensa otabo wotina na asori dem to ngigiso tudu. To nyamenyom. Obi bie Nyankopon trumu ntumi nka ho asem. Entokwa any argument esi of Parliament na hia ho. You are being too double-faced human being. I don't care. And I know, there's one thing I know and I believe. I will never sit here and judge Speaker of Parliament. Never. I have disagreed with him. I have hit hard on him. This is his credibility and his life. Everything that he has toiled for, whether he upholds the position he has been given, whether he protects the integrity of Parliament, whether he protects his seat as the Speaker of Parliament, it is up to Alban Bagbin to make that decision. And as a man, a married man, my integrity, my position is always something I'll protect and defend till I die. I will not make anybody enter my home and take decisions for me. At the end of the day, we all live in homes and we all live under a law. But individually in our homes, we have to be able to protect our home. It is left with Alban Bagbin to make that decision. If Ochina, Alban Bagbin would throw everything that he has been able to accomplish in his political life. Because when it comes to law, when it comes to parliamentary proceedings and laws governing Parliament and governance, Alban Bagbin is far better than the Chief Justice. Alban Bagbin understands anything in Parliament. Is up to him. It is not up to me. My job here as a journalist is to guide Ghanaians to make the right decisions so that we don't come back to this kind of carnage. We are not supposed to be here. So I'm not going to sit here and be hard on Alban Bagbin. I'll tell him things. It is up to him. Everything that he has built in his career is on the line tomorrow. If he wants to protect this arm of government that is called the legislature or Parliament, it is up to him to leave a legacy behind. Alban Bagbin make Parliament tomorrow. If the two arms of government, the executive and the judiciary, are going to respect Parliament from tomorrow, it depends on Alban Bagbin. And it is not in my position. I am not the one to tell him what to do. He knows what is right. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. I'll break for now. Take phone with all respect, extended version. All right, let's do this one. buy almost some dia boom, dia T-Bank ama Ghana, ye dia 100% ye dia. Bebeka kire mo said, Bawumia ene share ade we echi one Addison. Akuffo Addo mo create new companies a omo be use Akuffo bi anim akọ join other companies consortium. E dia ba beto eye mo bank ni nyina na omafa. Into mo free power. Bawumia who own shares. Akuffo Addo who own shares, who own shares. All these people will have shares in CBG. That is the Consolidated Bank of Ghana. Meka kire mo ha. Meka sa asem no. Ena me sa advice mo Ghana for musika da ho se monko ho na monko yi musika. Enkofo we ton bank no. Musika ni nyina abehye. Now, me yes our story ni wie no. In fact, me yes story and I told you guys that the media in Ghana, at least they should do one thing for me. They should just walk to Consolidated Bank and then ask the management on camera and now say, Omumusomo, through an interview, say, in fact, this is what we've heard. We want to hear you say it. Because asem phobia no ba and a follow-up question. And I'm so be trust statement, Mawa, you cannot ask follow-up questions. No media house in Ghana went to Consolidated Bank. From all the media houses in Ghana, Obienwa or Chin Mike, any camera, echo CBG, kaka say, even though more release statement, na ya pesem wanka samo grantee interview bi, ya pesi ebu someone some. Because statement ne the mumunim na maka. Into me a story ni we no, you saw it say around the nation, you saw Asasi Radio. Omnim se Ghana for no mumudo do no, sebio ye Jimmy. CBG not sold, remains solely owned, state-owned, says Finance Ministry. Ewana gabi ochadaku radio station betro bana kakraka. CBG and Tonye. Obian point discussion on because my story was they are in negotiation, almost on the table discussing the sale of CBG. Sanam kachebo. And I'm catching the sabe bi omodu almost cross yaba almost by 80% and the bank is gone. So when I was speaking, I was telling you say negotiations ne koswa omo ton bank ne wie. Me ye nana Asasi Radio, Gabi Ochadaku Radio, omo de beto abontene. Nipo report story Leroy Hawks.
Abusua ntinsem no mu bi ene kokutie na achese. Eye judges bi a mrebi atwam ye hye omodwere be a achese. Kwabena Japan ye boni trimutuo kunu no. Eye da na ye bi se ya nana no moda ne di. Ebi so ye judge na so much interested in politics edi owuo ene bebro. If is a judge de hu yi nka o de no kredie enso Supreme Court judges no isi omo de omo ho afole politics ma asem no kra a omo se bi na Kevin Ekwabedutela de to aso a wo che say is confirmed say Ghana CBG Bank yaton na Addo danko Akuffo Addo anase beka sa achema afiese no atimi aton CBG Bank ama Switzerland abrofo achese abusua odwene ho a onti ase because of omo selfish interest nti omo atima aton bank no send ye omo free abema o metima ko take over the CBG Banga abusua expose a Kevin Ekwabedutela de egu akwam no ano hye papa that is so odinka be kan first one anankofo doubt ne se obo no see there is confirmed say CBG Bank na Addo danko Akuffo Addo aton nti abusua momeyenko ne yenkotie ensema Kevin Ekwabedutela esa de to aso no
oba report story no one koye interview CBG for release statement and no omo the true story. And you could see say the CBG no statement release here without anybody's name beneath it no and then media houses the true story. You saw the Business Times CBG refutes claims of sale, assures customers of stability and no September 18th 2024. You see a news outlet like GBC, Ghana Online, CBG Bank not sold to foreign investor, government debunks. The story was by Henrietta Affo 1 month ago. Make sure all the news outlets, but none of these news outlets went to CBG to question them. Okobu some questions. They all wrote the story because CBG released statements. How can we just use a statement to conclude, say, the report out? Because when you're sitting before somebody, the questions you ask, ubenya answers you can now expect to say, ubenya. There are follow-up questions, about me, I open different avenue to the story. But no media house did that. Now, Oko Wenima, you will see this. ABC News. Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG is 100% state-owned, not sold. And you could see, say, it was propaganda. They planted the stories because they have the money. They gave it to all these media houses, and all of them, they published the same thing in different language. Omo investors with CBG, they are playing with their money. They are doing business with their money. They are selling omusika, but they have given headlines to media houses to let people believe say BBNC. Now you see, Consolidated Bank has not been sold. Government data show September 18th into September 18th, 14, 15, 16, 17. Nina your story. They planted it everywhere to force you people to believe. Say, Asemna Mekano, I make catch them say, trust me more than your government because they are criminals. Asona make catch them say, trust me, the people are negotiating. Gabio Chidakumo, Addison of Bank of Ghana, they are selling your bank to themselves. Bawumia knows about it. CBG denies rumors of sale to Swiss entity reported by Daniel Sakite. He did not go to CBG. Daniel Sakite enra CBG any obia anya interview. He also reported on the statement from CBG. So we are forced to report on just a mere statement which did not have anybody's signature beneath it. Nobody signed that document. All that was under that document was management. So the media houses, for them to just take a step. I was advising, I said, just take a step and go ask them a question. Keke. Ni once omo musika da CBG no, omo musika no, you protect your musika no because me eko me catch them say omo ton bank no, amo omo hu. Now, you see a media house, Joy News, Cocaine Media, Consolidated Bank Ghana has not been sold. Management. Omonoso we had data shower 18th September. Into they all came out on the 18th of September. The same headline. Because Gabi controls it. Kojo upon Akroma control it. Bank of Ghana, every media house, about 99% of them, they were paid to put this news caption out there to tell you say BBNC. All of them. Now you see a news outlet, Daily Guide. Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG is 100% state-owned, not sold. Story way on the 19th, 18th, 19th, 18th, 19th. They started planting the stories. And the funny thing is, they all tried to make it sound to say a social media story. Oh, media, some media. No matter what, they don't want to recognize me. But Ghana recognizes me. And that is the most important thing. I'm not doing this for people to praise me. I'm doing this for Ghana to sit well. Now, modern Ghana, CBG is in a sound financial position. Report of sale false, misleading Finance Ministry. Into CBG and the Finance Ministry, they released the same letter in different their wedding. And all the media houses and nothing has happened. They know nothing. CBG is working. It's a profitable making entity. Nobody has approached CBG. There's nothing going on. In fact, when you read the letter CBG release here now, let's read the letter because me person mu nyina mu hu de echo. You are ma kire ma de bi. CBG for letter release here almost say posted by Joy News and it was signed by management. There's a director there, he didn't sign it. There's a deputy director, he didn't sign it. There's a PRO, he didn't sign it. There's a board, nobody signed it. Management, because they were lying to you people. Because them say, CBG for you, almost Jimmy Musika that shit that I forget. Wow, Sika that CBG, it is gone. Don't do giddy a cock. Ochna koso ko yomo famau, or my tongue. Consolidated Bank, and this is a statement from CBG. Me kind ye netie. Me wi na ma kire wade bi. Consolidated Bank Ghana Limited, CBG, wishes to categorically refute social media reports alleging that the bank has been sold. There has been no change. Listen to the grammar. There has been no change in the ownership of the bank, and Government of Ghana remains the sole shareholder. We wish to state that reports of sale of the bank are entirely false and misleading. There is therefore no cause for concern regarding customer deposit and the bank's operational integrity. The bank continues to deliver exceptional customer service and innovative products. As the SME bank of choice, the loyalty and trust placed in us by our customers are highly appreciated. We assure our cherished customers that
Abusia into wene and sama a course or highway ni so Kevin Akwabedutila wabebo eye Chief Justice Madam Torkono was send a strong one on a man says you to make some more rise against almost Supreme Court omunya be bia for mutinhye na neoma na mo da na di concerning eye Parliament House and hun sense mo mpese omu Supreme Court omo de omo foli mu no ebetime agige omo akowugum sebio yebetima bomu trimutu ekumomo yebetima ahye omo te se de omo predecessors ye de ye omo no enti omo ananwo papa bitu a omo ntu na nkwa nkofa onyene amre omo a osade to aso a confirm se eye CBG bank sisi Ghana uwo sika da ho a ye fast ne kokoyi esanse na nado danko Akuffo do ne gabi otwe da akomo omo aton ama Switzerland na ton no omo aton no omo aton akomo omo dimu esanse so omunim so mo be flip power no mo flip power no ma take over the CBG bank abusua achem mafia se ne very very wicked omo ye wicked o omo bogana abro to the extent say omo person omo tete o mine pansam ne kra nti abusua for meda masesa boje pini mi okuti ye nua berema Kevin Akwabedutila ne nsama ode babedom ye aha eye POG Media meda masi